mist it, and then walk into it like that. I figured that y'all would get the memo much better for me to show and tell, because I literally have to freshen up. So today we are going to discuss real quick, while we're here in a public bathroom, I won't tell you where, how to freshen up in public, because that's very important. Y'all familiar with this? This has panty liners, suppositories. When I say panty liners with any absorbency, is body spray and feminine wipes. And I also need to restock. So right now with this heat, it's just record degree heat that we're dealing with. I like to use clinical deodorant. This is Bodycology. This is one of those fragrances where one of the first 3 to 5 ingredients is the fragrance and the alcohol. So that just means you're going to have some level of staying power. Also keep in mind when you're freshening up in public bathrooms, be aware of germs. One thing that I've always done for the past, as long as I can remember, when you wash your hands, you want to make sure you're wiping around the exact counter. I like using the napkins or paper towels they had, and your hands will already be soaked with soap from washing your hands, and just wipe right around the sink and the crevices of the sink once you're done. Also, if you have wipes, wipe underneath your arms, the same feminine hygiene ones. Those same feminine hygiene wipes, you can do that. I got a crop top that says Queen because I am. And so as a queen, I must share with you all how to be fresh, how to freshen up in this public bathroom. Shirts from Shein, pants are too, but that's besides the point. So for your deodorant, you want to make sure you do this, or either take your shirt off. You want to make sure before you even get into that. Now I have sweat marks. Okay, but that's not staying, sweat marks.
For some reason, as soon as I said the exact words of this demonstration of what I'm doing in order to show you how to freshen it up, it went muted, but I'm going to show it here.
You're putting them on even if you're not on your cycle, just to catch that sweat, and put one on the inside and the outside until you get back home. So that's something that's very imperative. I've shared that tip a couple times. It's for pants only. Pads, menstrual pads, feminine hygiene pads, what do you want to call it? Always, Kotex, Carefree, liners or pads. They're designed for the inside underwear. During the time in the summer, if you're freshening up in a public bathroom like this, and you can tell I'm trying not to touch the walls or the door handle or whatever, put that on the outside as well as the inside. It's going to help absorb that sweat that's on the outside of your underwear that will otherwise, likewise, cause you to have sweat stains through your pants, depending on what the material is. And then what I like to do is get perfume oils, couple sprays, that was about 5. Rub your hands together, just perfume oil. If you have perfume oil with you on the go, wipe it on the outside of your pants, running that crevice area on the pants. I also like to do the inside. So by the time you put the pad on the inside and the outside, and then pull your pants back up, that's going to walk with you as you dry and help move away that sweat. Also, when you're dealing with the toilets, I'm not going to begin to show you the toilet. Oh my goodness, no. If they have toilet seat covers, use them. If they don't, I'm sure a tip, we have been doing this for years. Take the toilet paper, I'm looking at it right now if you can touch it. Tear it in increments that match the exact length and circumference of the toilet. And do that. And I put about 2 layers and cross them over and stack them like that. Then sit on the toilet. When you're done, put it down, let it flush down the toilet, or if you want to save the septic system, put it in the trash if there's one in here. I'm looking at the trash. Sweaty boobs. Paper towels, if they have any, get in there. If you don't, use your feminine hygiene wipes if you have them. That's why it's very imperative. Use that. Sweaty feet, same thing, use the feminine hygiene wipes. I know I've gone over this before, just a few short, it's been about 2 months ago almost. how to smell good in public, but I figured I'd show you rather than tell you. And this place, this hair, same thing. Spray that in your hands, over your hair. If it's perfume oil. If it's not perfume oil, mist it, and then walk into it like that. You're wearing long pants, much like myself. It started real short. Thank God I didn't because it started raining. I would fold up the legs and wipe that down with feminine wipes too. And the thing about feminine wipes, they do not belong flushed down the toilet. They're not designed for that. You can have it on the wrappers and the labels and everything like that. Toss that after you use that. If you're on your cycle and you have to freshen up in a public bathroom, as much as we don't like that, okay? If you know, you know. What I've always been taught, thank you, Lord, for the women in my life who have taught me. I'm so grateful to God for you all. Fold, if you use pads or tampons, pads, fold that pad up the same way it got out of the packaging, where it's closing off most of the scent of what it's absorbed. Take that toilet paper, wrap it around it like that. It's not a waste of toilet paper. Make sure what you're doing, essentially doing, is sealing out what is in that pad. Seal it out, then toss it. If they have a special waste bin for those feminine hygiene products, do that. Tampon, put it back in the wrapper if it's designed it that way. Always, no, Tampax is really, really good about that because they have the wrapper. They have a wrapper where you can, once you're done, you can dispose of the same wrapper. If you don't have stuff like that, you have stuff like this, try to save the wrapper. If you don't, wrap it up the same exact way with toilet paper, and you're essentially sealing out that scent of your menstrual cycle instead of just throwing it in there naked, instead of just throwing the plain exposed pad, or just instead of throwing the plain exposed tampon in there. But I wanted to share with you all, essentially show you, do a little show and tell of how to freshen up in public bathrooms. So if you'd like to see more things like this, there's a playlist that for you to enjoy on either side of body care tips that may help you. You can cherry pick, and I encourage you to have a very healthy snack. I would appreciate it. We're trying to reach the watch hours, and I'm going to talk about it periodically. I'm going to keep talking about it until we reach it, only because I know that we have what it takes. Love you.
When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient, it is kind, it does not envy or boast, and it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking. Nor is it easily angered or seething mad, and it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,